For the biggest single scene in The Assurance, scene 8, what we call the common area scene, I had initially planned a really complicated shoot day with a lot of shots. After seeing how long things took to shoot on day 2, I realized that there's no way my plan for day 3 was going to work. But because day 2 went so long, there wasn't anything I could do about it until day 3, when I was already on set, with the cast and crew ready to shoot the scene. So I had 2 choices. I could do my best with the shot list as planned. This would have made everyone on the crew happier, because we could just jump into the day and get going. And it would look like I knew what I was doing and planned the day well. And no one would know that I failed until the movie was edited together and it wasn't that great. Or my other option, I could scrap all my plans and create a completely new shot list and schedule for the day on set while everyone just kind of sat around and waited for me. This would be humiliating and I would surely lose the trust and respect of both cast and crew. But we would get much better footage and get all the coverage we needed to edit the scene together. Of course, I opted for the latter, and I'm so grateful that I did. I pulled aside our first assistant director and our script supervisor, who's actually a very experienced editor and knows how to shoot for the edit. And we went off to my car and just started over while we were on set. We made a brand new shot list and a schedule for the day. Now, this was actually tougher than it probably sounds because a lot happened in the shooting version of that scene. Tayani comes in with her cart, which has Cordea's stash in it. People are gathered listening to the preacher preach. An extra walks by. She drops an apple, which Cordea sees. She tries to get it and tips over in the process, at which point she's discovered by the townspeople. A lot of stuff. So in order to get coverage of all these beats, I created a really complex plan, and I just couldn't figure out how to simplify it. And it was Amy that came up with a strategy that saved the day. She suggested that if we shoot the master from the other side, we could actually cover the whole scene better.
Why don't you shoot more from this side where you can see, or, get like a couple shots from this side where you're capturing the main dudes and the apple lady. But why don't you shoot a lot, over here where you can actually like see the cart moving and see some people reacting and coming.
Using her suggestion, we took this scene from the 20 shots in my original shot list down to just 13 shots. And we got better coverage. In my original plan, we had a lot of unnecessary close-ups on faces, like on the warrior in the background. We don't really need to see a close-up of him. We see that he's in the scene in the beginning, so when he shows up at the end, we get it. That's enough. In my original plan, I did actually have some reverse shots, but they were just kind of inserts. In other words, my initial plan required us to reverse the camera with all the time and effort that takes, but not really take advantage of those setups. With Amy's plan, we were able to leverage that reverse to get better shots and more coverage. We were able to get the faces of the disciples listening to the preacher, and we get a better sense of this entire world and how Tayani fits into it. If we were to have shot my original master shot from the other side, Tayani and the cart would get in the way, so we wouldn't really get a sense of the whole world in any one shot. I'm so grateful for all the generous and tough work that Gavin and Amy put in to help me reset the shot list and schedule for that big day. In the upcoming training series on working on set, we'll talk about another big reset like this that we did when things just weren't working out during our first night shoot. We decided right then and there to stop shooting, send everybody home, and come back and shoot the scene on another day. Personally, I really believe in being flexible when filming, and creating detailed plans in pre-production helps you to know when you aren't getting what you need while you're on set. And great preparation makes impromptu revisions like this much easier because you're already familiar with the material. These resets, they're embarrassing to me, not only just while we're on set, but also they're recorded and they're documented and being shown to you, the international audience of Lynda.com. But I think I made the right decisions on both of those cases. And the new shot list enabled us to get all the footage we needed to make the scene work.